Well, good afternoon and welcome to beautiful Road America, just north of Milwaukee and Chicago, opened in 1955. We are here today for some open wheel racing in the Formula D Series and iRacing.
That's right, Mike. We're here today at this 14-turn, 4-mile, beautiful up and down tight racetrack. Should be some great open wheel racing for us today. Hopefully XJ can put a good one together. Now, Road America is considered one of the world's classic road racing venues, hosting multiple series since the 50s, and even a NASCAR race here recently and as far back as 1956.
And there is a tremendous crowd on hand today. Beautiful weather out here at Road America. And as always, we have a special guest with us in the booth today. George, welcome.
Well, I am glad and proud to be here today. I don't like particularly being this close to Canada, but it's okay for some good racing.
I believe it's pronounced Canada, but regardless, it's great to have you here with us today. Now, do you follow XJ?
Oh, yes, I follow XJ in his shenanigans, I guess we could call it. The poor guy has no luck. But hey, let's not get too serious about that. Racing's about having fun, right? I'm ready to strap in and get ready for some hard-stopping moments, spectacular crashes, at least I hope so, and maybe even a victory dance that would make your grandmother cringe.
Yes, welcome, George, and let's get to the action. XJ has qualified P17 today. Not a very good qualifying effort out of a field of 24. It will be a standing start, and I think we're ready to go to the grid.
And there's XJ in the number 22 blue Amtrak car, and they are off. Bit of a slow start for XJ. Not terrible, but definitely not a good start for the race.
As the cars proceed down the front stretch, someone maneuvering for position. XJ hangs to the inside. Now he's moving to the outside in preparation for turn one, which I'm sure there'll be some chaos, making it through their contact.
When race cars collide, it's like a game of real-life whack-a-mole on wheels.
Well, I must say, that's a lot sooner than I anticipated for this race for XJ, but his luck or unluck or unlucky streak or whatever strikes again.
How about we go back and take a look at that one?
Well, Chris, it just looks like the number 9 got into the 24 car there. Lost control right there in the middle of the track as people are coming around that turn. What enough time to react. XJ seems to be over to the left, but just can't seem to avoid it.
Yeah, Mike, I think you're right on that one. That number 9 was just tapping on that 24 way too early. You can't do that in that open wheel car. XJ's over to the left. You can see he's over the curb, almost off the pavement, puts 2 of the left side tires over in the grass, but it's still not enough to avoid that 23 car. He just runs up on the tires, and that's going to end it. And let's take a look at his car, see what kind of damage he's got out there.
Well, let me tell you a tale about a race car man. He had a heart full of dreams and a master plan. He climbed in his car with a hopeful grin, but luck wasn't with him, it was just a sin.
George? Was that to the Beverly Hillbillies theme?
Well, yes. Yes, it was.
Okay, nice job, George. Well, let's get back to XJ. He is coming down pit lane. You can see the front end damage there from that wreck. Obviously, the car's not in terrible driving condition because he did make it around that first lap, but he is going to pit for damage. Now, the thing about this series is, guys, he has what's called a fast repair, so it is magically going to fix itself right here before your very eyes. Most definitely the fastest pit crew out there.
Well, Larry, I can only imagine you would have loved to have had that at your disposal when you were a crew chief back in your days in NASCAR. Looks like he's back out on the track, starting lap 2. At least he did not go a lap down. He is P22 at this moment, and we're just going to have to see how this plays out for XJ.
And as we come down to turn 5 in that tight 90-degree left-hander, XJ on lap 4 has moved up to P18. Oh, P17, we've got another spud-out car right there. He keeps taking advantage of some of the carnage on the track and is currently chasing down the car in front of him. He's been slowly working that gap down. It's down to about 0.4 seconds right now, and he keeps on eating at that as we are moving around the track.
Well, that's right, Larry, and as we come out of the sweeping carousel, XJ's trying to use that draft on the long backstretch to continue to eat away at that gap between the 20 and his car. 20 does seem a little bit loose. We've got some traffic up front, side by side, looks like going into Canada corner. One's loose up, and he's off into the gravel in Canada corner. That'll give XJ one more spot, so he's gained a couple just on lap 4 alone. 20 car still seems a bit loose in front of XJ. I think he will close down that gap soon. Look, we got a blinker.
And as we begin lap 5, XJ has moved up to P16.
That's right, he picked up those 2 spots the lap before. Oh, he's making a move to the inside, maybe going to pass the 20 here on turn 1. No, he backs out at it, but the 20 seems to get a little loose, goes to the outside, hits the dirt. XJ goes to the inside. Is he going to make the pass? He does, getting past the number 20. Oh, what a move.
Yeah, that was a great move, Mike. XJ just put enough pressure on that car in front of him that he started paying attention to him in his mirror. When he did that, he lost concentration, and then that moment it allowed XJ to sneak up beside him and get past him. Of course, that 20 still got a lot of pressure on him coming down into turn 5, but he gets loose once again. I think that will give XJ some breathing room.
I gotta say, guys, I think XJ's really putting a good one together after such a terrible start today. Terrible.
As we are getting late into this race on lap 7, XJ has made it to P15 at this stage in the race.
Now, that's right, but that number 20 car really putting the pressure on him right now, just off his bumper, tried to figure out a good way to pass. That 20 car's really cleaned up his act over the last lap or two following XJ, and we're just going to have to wait and see where he's going to make this move.
Well, if I had to guess, as we approach lap 8, as close as that 20 car is, I imagine he's going to try to make that move like XJ did to him. And here he goes to the inside. Is he going to try to make this pass on turn 1? Here side by side, coming down into it. XJ backs out of it, it looks like. Allows the car to get past him. Clean pass, but I believe he did hit the brakes a little bit there. 20 car takes the position back. XJ falls back 1 spot. Up 20 cars loose again, though. Hits the dirt. Now XJ goes to the inside. They are side by side, coming down the back straight, heading into turn 5. Let's see what's going to happen here. Who's going to give up? Oh, no, the 20 gets into the, comes back across the track, hits the grass, comes back across the track, almost gets into XJ. My goodness, that was close.
Yes, it was. XJ dodged a bullet there.
So, George, what do you think to this point in the race?
I must say, I can't help but appreciate the teamwork and camaraderie among these drivers and these teams. Just like the collaboration and unity that make America strong. We can enjoy this race, sit back, and let them entertain us. It's just a testament to the American spirit, determination, and the pursuit of victory.
Well said, George. I don't know how much victory's in this one today, but XJ did make it back up to P14, trying to hold on to that and keep that 20 from taking that position again. White flag here, last lap. He's just going to hold off, and needs to hold off, I should say, just a little bit longer.
Yes, hold off is what he needs to do as they approach the turn 5 once again. The 20 diving down in there, trying to close up that gap, but just can't quite get there. He will have the draft, though. We come to the backside of this track, which is going to allow him to get a little bit closer and see if, we've got trouble. There's another spot for XJ. Moves up 1 more spot late here on the white flag lap. And there's 2 cars right in front of him that he's got his target set to right now. He comes around the turn, the 20 car really approaching close, about 0.2 seconds off of the rear of XJ as they come into the carousel.
And as they come out of the carousel and start to head toward the kink, It's going to allow that long backstretch for that 20 car to pick up that draft and gain on XJ. But XJ does have a little bit of a draft in front of him for the first time in quite some time tonight, I must say. Down the backstretch, approaching Canada corner. This may be where he tries to make that move. No, the 20 is closing in, though, tight on XJ, as he has done time and time again on this back corners. Coming up as we approach the front stretch.
And here we go into the final turn that leads into the front stretch. The 20's closing down on XJ. I'm sure he's going to try to, there he goes, gets beside him. No, he swings back around, trying to catch a little bit of the draft. He's chasing XJ. He's not going to get there. XJ will finish this one. P12. P12 finish. What a great finish for such a terrible start. This is some luck that XJ needed.
Speaking of luck, we've got XJ on the radio. XJ, can you hear us?
Yes, I've got you guys.
So, decent finish for you today, and your pit crew must be thrilled with your performance as well. Did you plan on giving them the extra exercise by keeping them busy fixing your car?
What better way to keep the pit crew fit and active than giving them a chance to showcase their lightning-fast repair skills?
With your car's aerobatic maneuvers, had you ever considered a career in the circus? You certainly have a knack for high-flying stunts.
Ah, the circus. Well, you know, it's been a lifelong dream of mine to be a race car driving acrobat.
Well, XJ, thanks for sharing your unique perspective with us today. We'll eagerly waiting to see your next spectacular performance, or should I say demolition display?
I'm just doing my part to keep the fans on the edge of their seats, you know. Expect the unexpected, as they say.
Thanks, XJ. And thanks to you, too, for joining us today, George.
Well, as you can imagine, it's an unimaginable honor to be here today. Let me tell you, folks, nothing quite like the thrill of a Tinian NASCAR race. I gotta say, it's one of my favorite things to do.
Well, this isn't NASCAR.
It's close enough. It's fast cars on four wheels going in a circle that go left and right.
And on that note, I think we'll end the broadcast. For XJ Simulations, thanks for watching.
Don't forget to click that little bell icon and make sure you subscribe and like the video. XJ would appreciate it, and so would I.